All right, let's start off our 8:30-ish live stream. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday morning. Looks like a lot of the fog that we had earlier this morning along the bay shore and the lake shore seems to be fading away. Really, it's just a carbon copy of some of the weather we've had recently. It's like we put the forecast underneath the Xerox machine and we just keep spitting out the same stuff. Well, let's take you out to a live view. Right there, Sturgeon Bay Sky Cam. Now it looks great. Visibility seems to be good there in the marina. Now, a couple hours ago, around, say, 6:32 as opposed to 8:32, it looked like the scene from a Scooby-Doo mystery. There was this spooky-looking fog that was shrouding the channel there. But now the fog seems to have faded away. It looks like the seagulls are enjoying their morning flight. Temperature is 63 degrees. Visibility was down to a quarter of a mile over the Cherryland Airport outside of Sturgeon Bay. Now it's up to 8 miles. Still have some fog near Escanaba, and there's a little bit of haze around Manitowoc, but otherwise the fog is fading away with temperatures rising out of the 50s into the 60s, where it's still at 58 degrees in Green Bay. It is 64 right now in Appleton and 60 degrees in Oshkosh. And it's going to be another warm mid-September day, a high of 84 degrees. Tons of sunshine, slightly humid this morning, and in the afternoon we'll pick up a light southeast breeze around 5-10 miles an hour. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor with today's high temperatures. Looks like we'll be in the low to mid 80s, 70s by the water. Well, except for Lakewood and Anago, highs of 79 degrees apiece. Obviously, you're a bit farther inland. An average high temperature for this time of year is 71, so we're well above that. The dew point might be close to 60 at times this morning, which is kind of on the edge of where people say it's a little sticky and uncomfortable, but thankfully that dew point will fall back into the mid-50s this afternoon. And this afternoon, it looks like a pretty decent day to go to the farmer's market on Broadway. There's only 2 of these left of the season. It wraps up at the end of this month. It starts at 3 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, tons of sun, 83 degrees. And then when the farmer's market ends at 7 p.m., mostly clear and down to about the low 70s. Our next weather maker. We first alerted you to this yesterday. We'll talk about it some more. Showers and thunderstorms are heading our way late Thursday night, and they could pop up again Friday afternoon. That is not quite as certain. But what is certain is that low pressure is swirling in Montana. Now, I'm going to throw a little bit of shade on our buddy producer, Garrett. I don't know if he's watching right now. He produces our mid-morning newscast at 9 a.m. He called me up a little bit earlier and he asks, is it safe to say that the storm is in the Montanas? And I said, Montanas, there's only one. I think he was thinking of the Dakotas, which is obviously next door. To his defense, he works some crazy hours and is probably working on a lack of sleep. But despite the being geographically challenged, Garrett, yes, he is correct that the storm is swirling over Montana, singular. And in Wyoming, there's been some snow. And in the Dakotas, which is where he's thinking of, there are some showers and some thunderstorms. Okay, now we've got our geography sorted out. And we go into the future with First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. We pick it up around 7 o'clock Thursday evening. Now, if you watch Action 2 News mid-morning at 9 a.m. and for some reason my weather times are cut, you'll know exactly why. It's because I was being a bit of a noogie to him. So Thursday night, we'll have increasing clouds. It's going to be dry in the evening, at least it should be. And then after midnight, here comes some showers and thunderstorms. And Pinpoint Predictor seems to be saying, yeah, they're going to come through the Fox Cities around 4 a.m., give or take. So you might have an early wake-up call on Friday if the thunder is loud enough. So lightning, maybe some brief downpours. The showers and storms will be moving away just in time for the Friday morning commute, but the roads will probably be damp or a little bit wet. And then we'll get a mix of sun and clouds on Friday. Depending on how quickly the front moves through, we could have some additional showers and storms that pop up in the early part of the afternoon. Fox Cities over towards the lakeshore, while central Wisconsin's probably dry. So we might get a quick shower, a quick storm early Friday afternoon, but then things are moving out for Friday evening. Our severe weather outlook is going to be in the low category for Friday. A storm could have a downpour, could have some lightning. A low risk of severe weather is about as high as I'm going to go there. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Fog lakeside fading away. We've got some sunshine and warm highs in the mostly mid-80s away from the lake. 84 today, 86 tomorrow. 82 Friday, a bit humid with a mix of sun and clouds and some scattered storms, but they're gone by the time we get to high school football Friday evening. Still haven't heard what our Operation Football Game of the Week is. Hopefully we find out sooner versus later. Regardless, all the games and the highlights will be on Action 2 News at 10 that night. Temperatures will be dropping from the 70s down into the 60s with a clearing sky. The weekend looks a little bit different compared to what we were thinking days ago. It still looks warm and a bit humid. 83 Saturday, 77 on Sunday. Sunday, the first official day of fall, and Sunday's really kind of a transitional day. I've removed that rain out of the forecast for the Fox Cities Marathon. I think we're going to see some sun and then some clouds, and it looks like it's going to be a little bit humid with temperatures rising out of the 60s and into the low 70s. And then we get a reinforcing push of some cooler autumn air, and it looks like that it's going to be okay. We're going to have more fall-like air, highs in the upper 60s to about 70 with some periods of rain. I don't think Monday and Tuesday are washouts per se, but it will be mostly cloudy and a bit wet from time to time. And it looks like fall is actually going to show up early next week. So for those who are looking for some cooler temperatures, there you go. It's not far away. You just got to hang in there a few more days. Oh, big stretch while I tell you again, please, I'm preaching to the choir. Download our free WBAY First Alert Weather app. That QR code, scan it with your camera phone. That allows you to download it right to your device. And we will be updating you on that next WeatherMaker a few times whenever we get new data between now and then. And we will also be giving you updated hourly forecasts on our app. And all that comes right to your fingertips. Again, WBAY First Alert Weather. So there you have it. That's what I know in the weather department. That's what's going on. By the way, if you had a chance to take any pictures of last night's full moon in the evening, where we had a super moon, if you will, and also a partial lunar eclipse, that was, give or take around 9:30. Just the very top of the moon was kind of shaved away. About 8% of it was in the umbra, what we call the full eclipse, if you will, or the full shadow of the Earth passing over top of the moon. If you got any cool pictures of that last night, feel free to send those to WBAY.com/photos. Again, WBAY.com/photos to send those eclipse pictures to us, or any other cool pictures you get of the weather or stuff you see up in space. All right, thanks for watching our First Alert live stream. We're back in about 20 minutes on Action 2 News at 9 a.m. for our mid-morning show. And Aisha Morales and I will give you some of the top news stories and another look at today's forecast. Have a fine-looking day. Enjoy your Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow around this time.